can use Copilot to help you actually, start building insights and allow your users to explore the data is by leveraging that to actually, yeah, exactly that, to build out reports and generate insights. So you can see here, obviously, we've created data flows, we've created and built semantic models, and we've published those. So let's actually go and create a report from it. So I'm going to go through here, click create report, and we have connected to that semantic model, and you can see Copilot as a logo here that will again pop out, that similar resembling pane that we've seen time and time again. So I'm just going to minimize these, and you can see here we do have this is Copilot General GA, but we do have the ability to actually access the preview as well. So I'm going to switch that on for the time being. This allows me to ask underlying questions of the data in your report, as well as just what we're seeing in this particular view. So as a starting point, what's really great is that Copilot offers me suggestions here. So you can create a new report, you can suggest content. So one of the first things I like to do is just ask Copilot to tell me about the data in this model, and what type of reports I could create from this. So I'm going to send that off and prompt Copilot to, which questions would you like me to answer first about the data model or the type of reports to create? Tell me about the data model. Oops. So it's returned here. The data set is a comprehensive collection of sales-related information designed to provide insights into various aspects of the business operation. It includes details about products, resellers, customer sales, territories, and dates. One possible application of data sets to analyze sales performance over time across regions, product segments, to helping identify trends and understanding customer behaviors. Now, this is really good in the sense that this helps people that are new to data or that are connecting to data and want to understand, are they actually connecting to the right thing to be able to ask their questions. So this is great. So yeah, I'm on the right lines here. Thanks. Can you create me a report on sales and profits? So now Copilot's interpreting that prompt to understand, okay, let's create a report to answer the questions that we've asked here. We can see Copilot's returned what looks like a sales and profits report, and we can see here across the top we've got the big numbers highlighting the key metrics. So sum of sales amount, we've got profit, we've got average of unit price, and the sum of total of order quantity. So again, these are measures that we added into the report. We can also see it's done some similar things like it's mentioned around trends. So it's pulled out dates to actually assess how each of these metrics is affecting by date. So we can see some pretty interesting spots here around June when we've had a negative profit. So again, something that we might want to look into. And again, you can see here how that's affected by different products. So you can see which ones are our top performing products, and scroll through to see which ones are our least. Excuse me. So this is a great first attempt, but I can also ask further questions. So we can highlight here, let's say 11th of June 2022. So here I'm asking Copilot, I've spotted some negative profits, which are never great. So can you have a look at the data to suggest why this might be? Okay, interesting. So Copilot's come back saying, look at the available data on the image. The negative profit could due one or more factors. Firstly, the profit on this date shows a significant drop according to the profit by date data. Secondly, although the sum of order quantity does not provide the date specifically for this date, the pattern suggests an increased order quantity before and after this date, which in theory could lead to higher costs, shipping, handling. So it's really interesting that it's put together these insights, but that's not necessarily data that's there within the data. Finally, it's important to note that anomalies can occur due to various other reasons and reflect from the available data, like costs, returns, discounts. These are some of the factors that potentially affect that. So really interesting there that it's not just specified; it's given suggestions of what might be causing that. Um, and again, it's highlighted there. Um, is this response helpful? So again, we can highlight and train Copilot as to whether it's answering the question correctly. So these are just some of the ways that we can leverage the paint to actually start building insights. And again, I would always highlight that it's worthwhile making sure that learning the self-service aspects of Power BI, so that you can have a look through what it's created to just test through. Okay, is that correct? Is that using the right field, and so forth. So this is great. What I might do now is just understand. How can we build a narrative around this? So if I'm sending this out in a report pack, might want to automate the report narrative that I have on this. So what I'm going to do is drag out a narrative. I'm going to make this really big. I'm going to click into Copilot. So here we can ask Copilot to create a narrative on the data. Now, um, obviously right now it's coming up with an error here, but that's because I'm on a separate page, but I want to point it at the page that we were originally on. So I want it to summarize the data. Let's put here using bullet points for easy reading. I want to also, yeah, absolutely want it to answer likely questions that I'll get from leadership based on data. So we'll put that in there as well. Um, yeah, let's go with that for now. We'll close that. So what Copilot is doing now is creating a narrative based on the data that we have on that first page. So we'll use natural language generation to then return back a narrative based on the particular data points, trends that it's specified, and obviously any questions that you've asked within the narrative. So again, let's understand what it comes back with. Cool. So here we can see key points and metrics. So the order quantity seems to have a pattern. Peak order quantities can reach above 2,000 units in a single day. Sales amount has similar fluctuations. So again, it's picking up things like seasonality and trends. It's picking out the higher sales amount for a single day can exceed 900k. So this is great. So highlighting particular aspects there, the top performing items and average unit price. But really excuse me, really interesting part there is it's highlighted some potential questions from leadership. So again, preempting some questions, using this to build narratives, but also preempt some questions that leadership can bring to you. So, what's the cause of periodic fluctuations in order quantity and sales amount? It's unclear based on current data, but identifying factors such as marketing campaigns, seasonal trends, and specific events. So these aren't things that are in the data, but Copilot the model behind Copilot is using these factors that it's picking up and knows might affect these particular factors. So, what can we learn from sales trends on our top performing products? Products AWC logo cap water bottle should be studied in further detail in terms of pricing, marketing, and other variables to understand the higher sales volume. So it's picked out that, let's focus on these products to understand why they are so successful and maybe how we can leverage that within across our other products. So again, this is really, really useful to help build some narratives. You can also, the prompts that you put into this as well, you can be a bit more specific to make sure it focuses on specific KPIs that you want to focus on and create a narrative on. So again, these are just some of the ways that you can leverage Copilot within Power BI within the service to actually allow your users to create self-service reporting without actually having to do anything like drag and drop. Just typing out their question, asking the insights, and asking Copilot to provide narrative back on that.